Brothers and sisters, the Lord is with you.
And also with you.
We continue listening to God speak to us from the gospel in the tradition of Matthew.
Glory to you, Lord.
Jesus presented another parable to those gathered. The reign of God might be likened to a farmer who sowed good seed in a field. While everyone was asleep, an enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and then took off. When the crop began to mature and yield grain, the weeds became evident as well. The farmer's workers came and asked, "Did you not sow good seed in the soil? Where did the weeds come from?" The farmer replied, "I have seen an enemy's hand in this." They in turn asked, "Do you want us to go out and pull them up?" "No," was the reply. "If you pull up the weeds, you might even take some of the wheat along with them. Let them grow together until the harvest. Then at harvest time I will order the harvesters to first collect the weeds and bundle them up to burn, and then gather the wheat to put into my barn." Jesus presented them with another parable. The reign of heaven is like the mustard seed which a farmer sowed in the field. It is the smallest of all seeds. When it has grown, it becomes the largest shrub of all, so large that the birds of the air come and make their nests in it. And another parable Jesus said was, the reign of heaven is like yeast, which a baker takes and mixed in with 3 measures of flour, until it is leavened all through. Jesus spoke these things to the crowd in parables. And this is the gospel, the good news of our salvation.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
By the words of the gospel, may our sins be blotted out.
Amen.
Amen. So we come together this morning, and as always, thanking God we can be here and welcoming each other in God's presence. We welcome our brothers from the Resurrection Parish in Pompano, as well as welcoming all of us together. I read somewhere this past week, and when you have a lot of times on your hands and you do too much reading, you go sort of bonkers. For me, it's easy, I guess. One of the things I read was that our Muslim brothers and sisters have over 99 names for God. From Allah to the Holy One to the Blessed One. What names do we have for God? Probably the ones that I guess sparks our mind is what we sign ourselves with, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Some people use the terminology, the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sanctifier. Whatever terminology we use, we're showing where our belief system is. Another thing I read during the week is that with all the people being bombarded with all sorts of 24-hour news on television, that people don't necessarily go to church or listen to a homily to very simply project what they hear on television or in the news. And that's the reason why, for the most part, I don't use or refer to any type of activity that's going on in the world. We hear enough of it. We come to church, we come together to be uplifted, right? And to realize that in order for us to be uplifted, that we have to project what our feelings are. We have to realize that the gift that we have been given, the gift of faith, is something that we have to share with one another. We listen to the gospel today, and we hear the story of the wheat and the weeds. The first thing that came to my mind when I read this a couple of days ago, again for the, I don't know how many times, was something that Pope Francis, the Bishop of Rome, said. He said many outstanding words. But the one that hit me the most is, who am I to judge? And looking at the parable of the weeds and the wheat, we don't know what the final outcome is going to be. We don't know who's going to be among the ones that are put into the barn or the ones that are going to be discarded. And we have no concept of when that's going to come about. And then I thought about Jesus on the cross, hanging there between two insurrectionists, two thieves, whatever terminology you want to use. Right? And one of them castigates him. Get off the cross and save yourself or save us. And the other one very simply says, and the only time Jesus is called by name is, Jesus, remember me when you come into your reign, into your place of rest and peace. At the last minute, there's that, okay, I believe. And when in our life did the okay, I believe come? Or has it not come yet? Think about it. And during the week, when you have a few moments, and we have more than we need right now, try to see what you can come up with as that response. Have I come to that point? And that goes for all of us. Just because some of us wear strange medieval clothes doesn't mean we have the answer either. But we have to allow the presence of God to call us to the truth. And then we listen to something in the gospel that, excuse me, when I read it, I actually came out with a real ha. How many of us remember the I Love Lucy episode where she's making bread? Right? She opens the oven and the bread pushes her against the window. Too much yeast? It's possible. Stupidity? Probably. But how did that bread get to the point where it is? Something was added to it. Jesus calls it yeast. What do we add to the loaf, to the flour? Do we add something that's going to make it rise? Or something that's going to push it back into the bowl and say, I don't want to get out? The flavor we add allows us to answer the question, where is God in my life? How much do I feel the presence of God? How much of God do I share with one another? As always, pray for me as I pray for you. And may God bless us and keep us. May God's face shine upon us and give us peace, now and always.
Amen.